What the hell are we going to do when robots take over? A majority of humans in our first world society are born, get some form of an education, spend a large quantity of the rest of their lives working, and at some point they might retire before they die. Can robots replace humans as quick as it was for cars to replace horses? Take a good look at this picture. What do you see? In 1900, there was only one car on Fifth Avenue in New York City. Just a mere 13 years later, on the same road, there are no horses to be seen at all. Well, meet this robot. A new humanoid robot manufactured by California robotics firm, Figure, has assumed a role in the vehicle assembly process at a BMW plant in South Carolina. According to manufacturer reports, the humanoid is fully autonomous. The date of making this video is August 2024. With Figure being the first human-like automated robot to enter the workforce, it's only a matter of time before robots will take your job. In the United States, it's estimated that there are approximately 10 million unsafe or undesirable jobs, including these 25 deadly occupations. Note that none of the deadly occupations is based inside an automotive assembly plant. However, there are currently 990,600 vehicles and parts manufacturing employees in the U.S. What other numbers are driving the move towards humanoid robots in manufacturing? Basically, they want to get rid of human workers. Do you not think if Andrew Jassy, who is the president and chief executive officer of Amazon, had a choice between humans and robot workers, he would not replace his entire workforce at Amazon? The only thing stopping him is technology to catch up. Agility Robotics co-founder and CEO, Damian Shelton, has built a factory for making 10,000 robots per year. Andrea Campbell, Chief Operations Officer at Agility, says, "This is a really significant moment in the robotics industry. This is the world's first humanoid robot factory," she says, describing the 70,000 square foot facility in Salem, Oregon. The company's chief technology officer, Melanie Wise, says that the cost of building AMRs, autonomous mobile robots, has come down considerably in recent years. The cost of building a humanoid robot is closer to $100,000, she tells AssemblyMag.com, a manufacturing trade publication. That's 10 times less than it was in the past, she says. Wise's number places humanoid robot manufacturing costs on par with an industrial robot, but with greater manual dexterity, navigation, and decision-making, not to mention and the ability to perceive and respond to the nuances of the world around them. Whether you are making cars or coffee. Jorg Berzer, a group management board member at Mercedes-Benz, says, "This is a new frontier, and we want to understand the potential both for robotics and automotive manufacturing to fill labor gaps in areas such as low-skill, repetitive, and physically demanding work, and to free up our highly skilled team members on the line to build the world's most desirable cars." Wells' study found that 44% of the global workforce worked in low-skilled occupations. What are we going to do when robots take all the jobs and put us in poverty? Do you like changing bedpans in old people's nursing homes, or would you be happy for a robot to do it instead? Wages increase when labor productivity increases, and that's the result of adding more capital equipment into the process. Would you rather be shoveling horse manure in 1870 in the horse-drawn carriage world, or servicing motor cars as a motor mechanic in the 1970s world? Or training robots to service auto self-driving electric cars in the 2070 world? I remember when service stations had attendants who came and filled your tank for you. Now we all fill our own tanks. How will non-rich citizens make a living if jobs keep getting replaced by robots and are outsourced? Decades ago, a factory job could support a wife and kids until retirement, and they offered insurance, benefits, etc. Now, no more unions, those jobs as well as tech and customer service jobs are outsourced, and anything left in the US is mostly being replaced by machine or robots. Assembly lines had 50 guys in the factory, all gone due to 2 robots assembly something and only needs a few men to monitor them. Blockbuster and Borders were destroyed by online video streaming and ebooks. Wages also aren't keeping up with the cost of living. The rich get all these tax cuts even if they outsource every job they make, but us little people keep getting the downside. The young people in today's society must be very scared of the future. Technology and new companies used to make jobs. Now one guy can make billions of dollars with a few friends only. Sometime in the next 20 years, robots are going to take your job. I don't care what your job is. If you dig ditches, a robot will dig them better. If you're a magazine writer, a robot will write your articles better. If you're a doctor, IBM's Watson will no longer assist you in finding the right diagnosis from its database of millions of case studies and journal articles. It will just be a better doctor than you. And CEOs? Sorry. Robots will run companies better than you do. Artistic types? Robots will paint and write and sculpt better than you. Think you have social skills that no robot can match? Yes, they can. Within 20 years, maybe half of you will be out of jobs. A couple of decades after that, most of the rest of you will be out of jobs. In one sense, this all sounds great. Let the robots have the damn jobs. No more dragging yourself out of bed at 6 a.m. or spending long days on your feet. We'll be free to read or write poetry or play video games or whatever we want to do. And a century from now, this is most likely how things will turn out. Humanity will enter a golden age. So, what jobs will even be left in the future when robots and AI take over most things? One glaringly obvious solution is universal basic income. But it's also glaringly obvious that our incompetent and greedy politicians won't pass a law that gives free money to the commoners. Despite pilot studies showing the benefits of UBI system and that people actually want to work even with UBI, the future is looking bleak. At least for the honest, hard-working people of the world, not so much for the richest 1% who bag nearly twice as much wealth as the rest of the world put together. It's insane billionaires who want to replace humans with robots.